Just talk about your wedding.
Okay, that's it. That's all, folks.
Yeah, you know your daddy, how he likes to explain things. What do you remember
Well, how long
about
did
our wedding?
How long did you have to plan the wedding?
She was in charge of that.
I don't
I
think
just showed up.
it was not as complicated as they do the weddings now.
Although it got complicated enough because remember they wanted some paper at the last minute they didn't tell us about, and we had to go to the cathedral and get a special exemption from that rule or something.
You know what happens, because we didn't know if he was married here, and he was telling he was not married there. So they wanted to be sure that he was not married like he said he was.
Huh.
I never said I was married.
No, no. Now you would say that you were not married. Oh, is that what I said?
Yes, that's
Sorry,
what you
no, no.
said.
That he was not married, but they wanted to be sure that it was true.
And I think didn't they make my mother tell them that it was true that I wasn't married?
Yes.
So she had to
In
be
the last
interviewed?
minute, the priest told us, says, you will not get my blessing unless, you know, this thing passes. And it was in the last minute.
So I think the wedding was supposed to be like at 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning. At 9 something, we were still running around trying to satisfy him on the paperwork.
Wow.
And then we have another adventure. My mother, you know, daddy had like a briefcase and he put the tickets for the plane for our honeymoon. My mother locked it in the closet, and the party was in a big place that my father used to have. So we went to that big place that it was far away from my house. We had to go back and get the tickets, and we missed our first plane, and I have never been flown in a plane. So that was interesting. That was my first time. Right?
Yep. But all was well that ended well.
Yeah, 42 years later, here we are with 3 beautiful children, a beautiful daughter, 2 beautiful grandchildren.
And it's not ended yet.
And no, we're still here. We gotta fight those people with the 67. We see if we can make it. And I hope you remember 67. I don't remember 67.
Oh, where'd you go for the honeymoon?
Acapulco.
Acapulco.
Okay.
And that's where we met. We met in Acapulco for about 15 minutes.
So you spent a week out there?
Yep.
No,
Oh.
it was only
I was a week, he wasn't. See, that's the good part about this story.
it was what, about 3 or 4 days. I don't remember
Oh,
exactly.
I guess they seem like a week.
But we had to get back to Mexico City to process your visa to get back to the United States, and then attend that seminar at Georgetown University before we went to Columbia.
See, all the interesting thing, my life changed completely.
So what about the planning for the wedding?
Like I said, I think
Did your mom do all the planning?
No, I think I worked with her, but I don't remember being that complicated. It was not that complicated.
It looked like there were a lot of people.
Oh, there were a lot of people, but I don't think they do like in here that you have to make the little chat kits for everybody and the matching this and matching that. I don't think we did any of that
People
stuff.
just showed up sooner or later.
Yeah, and friends that you didn't even know, they showed up. Oh, you could get married. Well, come on over. That's why we did it on that big ranch my father used to have or whatever. That it was in between Mexico City and Texcoco.
Huh.
Not exactly.
Was the reception at the same place as the wedding?
No.
That's what we're saying. That
Wedding was a church down in one area of Mexico City, not too far from where the embassy is.
Mhm.
And then reception was probably 10-15 miles outside of Mexico City at a rural property belonged to a friend of my father-in-law's.
And you know what? We went to my house first, so we saw a bunch of friends in my house, and then from there we went to the other part.
Did you get a limousine?
Yes.
Did we?
Yeah, you remember it was a big white Cadillac?
Oh, see? This is stuff that I don't remember, okay?
You don't even remember your name sometimes.
Yeah, I forgot what is it called.
So who did the wedding cake?
Somebody that we have another big problem, because that cake was a huge cake that we did it. It was like tiers but they were like kind of hanging on the side because they had to drive the cake all the way over there. The cake got a little, and your father
It had
cut
an
the
early
cake with a sword.
margarita.
Yeah, right. Oh, and my father had a good time with your daddy because he made the margaritas and he kept on saying, Jim, taste it, taste it. Well, Jimmy, they called your daddy Jimmy. Taste it, and he tasted a lot of margaritas.
Just a little bit more. I think he was trying to get me drunk to make sure that I didn't know what I was doing.
No, my father wanted to be sure that you married because you wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. He wanted to make sure I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't get married.
Mm.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yep.
Anything else?
What else is happening? I don't know.
Well,
That's
how,
it.
look, obviously Grandmom and Cindy
And
and
Aunt Kathy
Kathy
came
all
down.
flew into Mexico for the wedding.
Yep.
True.
And your daddy brought a friend from the university, Orlando, that he's actually originally from Panama, and he's from Jim Rogers. And they drove in what kind of car? Falcon?
Yeah, 4,000.
Hmm.
Yes, your daddy graduated the 4th of June and we got married at the 11th.
Did you have to wear the Navy uniform, or is that what you
No,
wanted
but
to do?
since I had it, it was cheaper than renting the tux.
Yeah.
But he looked
It
very
looks
nice.
better.
Yeah. And you know, your father had something very delicate on his nose. I'll touch him and he got blood all over.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was the first bloody nose I gave him.
The first of
The first of many.
At least he didn't get on the uniform.
That was a good thing. That was like, phew.
I think, it was just the altitude of Mexico City or
I
something.
imagine. I don't know what it was, but
He
it was like
slapped me, yeah.
long.
It was an accident,
Wow. Well, neat.